Lisa here again. So I want to talk to you about how to check your bicycle, make sure it's safe before you actually go out on the ride. So what we do is we call it an ABC Bike Quick Check. So the first thing we're going to do is check the letter A. So A stands for air. And what we need to do is press down with your thumb, with your fingers, as hard as you can on both of your tires. Make sure they are hard and fully inflated. If they're not, you can inflate them with a bike pump. Make sure that you check your tire rim. It mentions the PSI. There's a number. That's how much you want to inflate your tires up. But generally, if they feel pretty hard and you can't press down on them, then you should be fine. The second thing we want to check is our brakes. Now, if you have a youth bike, you may not have hand brakes, so you just need to know that you can pedal backwards so that you can brake. So if you want to check if you've got hand brakes and you want to roll your bike forward, squeeze first one and then squeeze the other, make sure that your bike stops. When you brake, you want to make sure that you do squeeze both handles at the same time to make sure that you don't go flying over the handles. You don't want to only squeeze one brake. All right? The other thing you want to do is you want to do what we call the rule of thumb. When you're squeezing your brakes, you want to make sure that there's at least a thumb's width space between the lever and your handlebar. If you can pull this lever all the way back to your handlebar, it means that your brakes need to be adjusted. You need to take them to a bike shop, let them know so that they can make sure that your brakes are good. You also want to take a look at the brake pads and make sure that they're not worn down. If they are, then you might need to get them replaced and get new brake pads. Okay? C stands for the chain. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your chain is not rusted, and what you can do is you can just lift up your back tire and pull the pedals backwards, make sure that they run smoothly, make sure that they're not falling off, and if they are, then you may need to also go take those to the bike shop to get adjusted. Maybe once a year you get some bike lubricant, put it on a clean rag, and just clean the chain and make sure that it moves smoothly. All right. The next thing you want to check are your quick release levers. So your quick release levers, they're underneath your seat. You want to make sure that it's closed tightly, and also they're on both of your tires. You want to make sure that they're closed tightly and that the levers face backwards so that they don't get caught on any kind of strings or wires as you're riding. And then finally, you want to do an overall check. What you do is you just lift up your bike, drop it, make sure that nothing falls off, your bell, your lights, and everything. And then what you want to do is take a short ride before you go out for a really long ride. So I'm putting on my helmet. We always want to have our helmet on when we go riding. And then I also want to make sure that this is about the proper size. So you can see that I should be able to touch the ground and have one foot on the ground and have my other foot on the pedal. That